Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to talk to you all about my New Year's resolutions and I'd like to apologise. I may need to stop at certain points to blow my nose. I've got a bit of a cold today. Right, so my New Year's resolutions and should I? I've seen a few of these on YouTube and I've really enjoyed watching them, but most of them have been my 25 New Year's resolutions and things like that. And although they're lovely and they're wonderful in their own right, I'm not knocking anybody. If I had to do 25 New Year's resolutions in 2017, I'd probably be a bit lost by the end of January. So mine is much more basic and simple. So, a few years ago, if someone had asked me whether I was going to do New Year's resolutions, I probably would have said no. Now, it's only because I used to get to about halfway through January and give up, because I'd make New Year's resolutions like things like, oh, I'll go to the gym more, or I'll give up chocolate. And I think I used to be so hard on myself if I didn't do them that I'd just give up, or I'd try again and the same thing would happen. So it would just become like a never-ending circle. So I just decided for a few years just to give up New Year's resolutions completely. But since giving up sugar, I've actually realised that I can stick to the plans I make. Now I think the key thing for me was not being too hard on myself if I felt like I'd failed at it. So I have eaten a few things out of a packet, but not very much at all for about 2 years now. So if Howard and I went to the cinema, my husband and I went to the cinema, and he had some popcorn in a bag, I have tried his popcorn just to try it. Nothing spectacular, just to try it. I have eaten chocolate out of a packet and things. But I think when I decided to give up sugar, I said to myself, right, let's not be too hard on myself about this. And if you fall down and if you eat something out of a packet, don't worry about it. Just pick yourself up, dust yourself off and move on, basically. It's what I thought. And also, I now view chocolate like cardboard. Not chocolate. Chocolate like cardboard. No, I don't view chocolate like cardboard. I now view like packet food like cardboard. I would actually rather eat a piece of cardboard than I would some junk food, because it just has no nutritional value in it. So that's how I've given up sugar. So I've realised that I can actually stick to the plans I make. So recently, a friend of mine sent me a text message, and in the text message she put the words "you should," which in this context may not sound very dramatic or anything like that, but to me the words "you should" are quite hurtful. It's like somebody telling me so I should be doing something and I want to do the opposite to what they're telling me, is basically how I felt at the time. All I could see for the first 2 minutes of reading this message was probably the words "you should," because I felt like I wanted to breathe fire like a dragon. I honestly was just like, my body started to tense, my breathing became shallow, and I felt really angry and violated. Now, before you throw me in the nut hut and chuck away the key, I do know of other people who feel the same as I do. My mum's friend and my mum always say that the words "you should" are very destructive. So they can destroy people. And since becoming a mother, I suppose I've started to feel more. I've become more empathetic, I think, since becoming a mother. I see when people get upset when others are telling them "you should, you should." And I don't like it very much. So this year I've decided to stop and think about the language I use when I'm having a conversation with someone. So in Al-Anon, they have it, Al-Anon and AA, Alcoholics Anonymous, they have an expression. And it's not what you say, it's the way that you say it. Which I think is true to a certain extent. But I do think the language that we use can be very hurtful and very upsetting for people. So this year, I've decided to be kinder to myself and kinder to those around me and try to help people as best I can. So if someone comes to me with a problem, I'm going to try and listen, and I mean really listen, because we all say we listen. Oh yeah, I'm a good listener, but how good a listener are you? You know, so I'm going to try and really listen, and then if I have a solution for that problem, I'm going to draw from my own experience. And if I don't have an experience, or I don't really have an answer for them, I'm not going to tell them what to do. I think for me, when I tell someone else what to do, it's because I'm nervous and I just want to help them. And I really want them to not do something. But I think we all have to realise in life that we just have to let people be. As John Lennon once said, let it be. And I think he was right, really. You know, we just have to let go. So that's what I've decided to do. I'm going to draw from my experience, and I'm going to use the tools that I've been given to try and help people. And if I can't help them, then yes, I'm going to let it be, and I'm going to pray for them, and I'm going to hope that they find the answer to their solutions. So this year, I'm going to be kinder to myself and kinder to those around me, and to try and really think about the language that I use before I use it. And hopefully I will make it through January with this one. I hope everybody's new year is off to a flying start. I've written a blog on this, which I will link in the box below. I didn't release this as a vlog earlier in the year because I wanted to see if the blog took, if people responded well to the blog. So people have responded quite well to the blog, so I thought I'd do a little vlog on it now. So that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to like, comment or subscribe below, and I will see you soon. Bye!